Alright, and with the opening in the sheathing, we need to do some modifications to our framing, which can be done fairly simply without a sawzall and a nail puller, thanks to the SketchUp program. And to make this a little cleaner to look at, I'm going to use the section tool, which is really a handy deal. I'm going to put it on this vertical back surface and click. That sets the plane, and we want to get a better view of our model with less stuff in the way. So I'm going to select this plane and then move it. It moves just like any other geometry, but I'm just going to peel back most of the shed so that we can see the framing we want to work on. And to make this a little clearer, we can select the section plane hide tool, which I just did there. Alright, well, one of the things we're going to need to do is cut out the bottom plate. So I'm going to select that bottom plate component and then make it unique so that we're not changing the top plate also. So that's selected. It's going to be unique from the top plates. Then I'll enter into the component edit mode for the plates. And this is one way of going about notching this or cutting this plate out, kind of like a digital sawzall here. I'm just going to draw a couple vertical lines and then shove the face of that plate out of the way. Sometimes it takes out the back surface, but it didn't this time. Take the zoom extents tool, and you can see that the plate has been notched out. And I need to move a couple of studs out of the way. So that's simple enough with the move tool. I'm going to move this until it's flush with the end of the plate, and then I'll end up using this for a cripple. So the move tool still selected. Hit the control key, which allows me to move a copy of the stud. I'm just going to move that over 1.5 inches. There I got a cripple and a stud on that side. We'll kind of do a similar process over here. Pretty simple. Move tool, control. I've got a pair of those studs. And with that, I'll select the two cripples. I'm right-clicking the selection and telling the software to make these two unique. I'll go in and edit them. I'm going to see if I can get this to grab the top surface of that stud. It's a little SketchUp isn't real happy about doing it because you can't see it. There we go. So I just rotated to a place where SketchUp got the idea I was trying to grab the top of that stud. And that gives us a couple of cripples to work with. And then I'm just going to get rid of this stud, get him out of the way for now. And we'll create a header. I think a 2x8 would be good enough for this. So we'll just draw a rectangle on the face of this stud. Just stretch it out to any dimension, and then I'm going to make it a 2x8, 7.25 inches, and 1.5 inches. That gives us what we can make into a 2x8. I'm going to make this a header, door header. Component, create that. And select it individually. Move tool, control. Make this a double header while we're at it. Then I can enter into the component edit mode for the header and pull this out across the door. Simple enough. There's a header. We'll use the material bar here, and I'm going to make that an LVL header just for grins. And then that should work out fine. I think we'll make a couple of cripple studs to go over this. So I'll grab this stud, hit the control key, grab a corner. I'm going to move it 16 inches, enter, 2x, enter. Let's try 3x, enter. So that gives me stud spacing that we'll use. Here I'm going to grab these 3 studs, make them unique. Go into the edit mode for any one of them. Let's see, I'll pivot around to the outside so you can see the bottom of the stud. Go into the edit mode and shrink these guys down. Spin around to the inside again and make these studs by holding the shift key and inferring the top of that header. It automatically makes those studs line up. So with that, we have an opening for a 3068 door in the shed, and we'll delete our section plane if I can get this software to cooperate. There we go. And there's our shed, and there's an opening. We'll walk in and out of it in a future episode. I think we'll create a door and put it in there. And if we go to the components, actually, if we go to the outliner, I can find the hidden sign in this selection and unhide it, which puts our digital job site sign back with the shadows. And that should complete this session of the digital job site. Thanks for watching.